Hi, my name is Anaxagorou. I am a writer, a poet, an educator and a publisher. This is my story. I came into poetry at the age of 17. I won the first London Slam competition that was then put together by Ken Livingstone, the Mayor of London at the time, in 2001. And then I stopped writing for around 10 years and I picked it up again at the age of 28, and since then I've set up a publishing house, written several books, do a lot of teaching, a lot of education work, and run a live night called Outspoken at London's South Bank. So my early life, my family from Cyprus, we're a Cypriot family. My grandparents immigrated to the UK in the late 50s. We weren't particularly a bookish family, we were a working class family. And so literature and writing wasn't something that was advocated and encouraged, but I kind of started picking it up around the age of 15, 16. I became interested in books and stories and poems and things like this. And that kind of piqued my interest in what poetry and language can do. I think my gateway into it would have been folk music. It would have been reggae and folk. I think Simon and Garfunkel, I think Janis Joplin and Dylan and Leonard Cohen and Bob Marley and people like this. These were the things that were playing in the house that made me curious about the way that language worked. The positive side of lockdown for me is that it's given me a lot of time to write and to think and to work. So within 7 weeks, when lockdown was announced in late March, I started to write a book, a 30,000 word book called How to Write It, that was then published in September. So I was spending each day writing 3-4 hours. And I think if lockdown hadn't existed, I probably wouldn't have had the time to write that book in the kind of space that I did. So I think, yeah, it's been good for that. And I know that a lot of writers feel quite differently. People get anxious, and anxiety kind of makes you not able to concentrate and focus on things. But my anxiety makes me more productive, I think. 2021, I'm looking forward to just getting back into the live space. I'm looking forward to hanging out with my friends again and just kind of having some semblance of normality return. Performances, I miss live spaces, I miss audiences, just connecting with people, reading work, sharing art and having it received is something that I've realised how precious it is and how much it means to me, and so I'm looking forward to getting back into that next year. My message to the world from London is to look after one another, love one another, care for one another, pay attention, question everything, and to try and do good by other people and by yourself and by your family.
Open your arms and hold your love, as if it were the last branch reaching out from the side of a giant mountain and you've been falling your whole life.